Hello guys, we are on site at Lauren's place. This is the nook that we are going to be tackling in today's makeover. It is just shy of about 70 square feet, so a tiny little space, and it's an area that comes just off of their kitchen. So Lauren and her partner are currently away on a trip to Mexico, and I've been giving the keys to this room to fix it up for her before she gets back. We are going to have to go turbo speed, so I have preemptively made out all the plans and set up a mood board. This is a look at what her inspiration was. So currently the space is set up not to use as a dining area, but rather her DJ station. She and her partner are both DJs, and he's commandeered their den to use as his DJ nook. So she's been relegated to this spot in the kitchen, which obviously, as you can see, has taken up her eating space. And she also uses this space to do her makeup. We've got a vanity mirror here and her makeup supplies, and it's also tripling as sort of her office. So we've got this little cart on this side that has all of her office tools, and then beyond that, because it's just off of the kitchen, we've got some overflow for kitchen items that are resting on this small butcher block that they got from IKEA. Basically, this small little space is pulling a lot of weight. The goals here is that we want to create a space that feels cohesive and integrated, but introduce some more surface area for Lauren to be able to just settle in and do her work, do her makeup. All right, let's take a look at the mood board I've created for Lauren's DJ space. Now, if you remember looking at her inspo photos, she has an emphasis on natural elements. You got light wood tones, birch, oak, lots of textiles. What we've got here is a kind of a Scandinavian style look. One of the main features is going to be introducing some shelving with a ladder shelf. It's going to have an integrated desk portion. So one of the shelves will be a larger surface table that she can use as her makeup zone, as well as her journaling zone. She has mentioned that she wants to be able to use that area to write in the morning. Oh my gosh, I just realized there's just feet in this picture. One of the things I love about a ladder shelf is because they live in a heritage building, the walls I have found are made out of like a mix of weird mortar and brick and concrete, and it's really hard to drill into without kind of crackling. And so the great part of a ladder shelf is you can have multiple shelving levels, but you only essentially have to drill in the top. So right where it anchors into the wall are these points up here, and these vertical frames will rest on the floor, so it's going to be supporting a lot of that load, and that means you don't need to have like floating shelves mounted on multiple points of the wall. For adding a little bit of color, she's got these kind of linoleum brown floors. I just want to introduce a little bit of softness and warmth to this space with a vintage red tone rug. I'm loving this one from Wayfair. We've got some very natural boho lighting options right here. They're both made out of hemp, which was a style I noticed in a lot of her inspo pics as well. As for her desk area, I'm still trying to figure out how to maximize using the space without taking up too much room. I do want to have space for her DJ nook, but also an area for her to be able to eat. Her and her partner have not been able to eat in their dining room. So I'm looking at drop leaf tables or this L-shaped desk where she can have her DJ set up on one end and then eating on the other side. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do this. Other than that, we've got some styling. She loves plants, so we'll be putting more of her plants in there. Some floating shelves right on the empty side of the wall, and then a bench so she can kind of have like a banquet eating situation. Okay, so this is preliminary design plans. Doesn't necessarily mean this is exactly what's gonna happen, but it's just to get the juices flowing and give Lauren a sense of what direction so that we can alter based on what feels good and what doesn't feel good. All right, so first up, as always, when we are tackling this space is we are gonna clear everything out of this room. I find that as soon as the room is empty, you get to really reimagine the space in its new form when you're not muddled by the current state of where everything is already. Kind of lied earlier when I said the first step was that I was going to do a clear out of the nook. That didn't happen. Instead, I tried to make the most use of the car while I had it this one day. So I went to Home Depot. We picked up some of the lumber that I will be using to make these shelves that are going to go right below where the electrical panel is. Oh yeah, if for those of you wondering why I have this condom looking thing on my finger, I jammed it pretty hard on the metal shelf brackets and it started bleeding. So this is just kind of keeping that intact to not stain her furniture. We are finally back to do the clear out. I am not gonna lie, I am feeling under the weather. Dude, it feels like every single time I film a video, I have to say I'm sick. I'm sorry, I'm not a sickly person. It just so happens that every time I'm doing a makeover, I end up being sick. Anyways, we're gonna power through this. It should be a quick clear out. There's not too much stuff in here. So let's roll that time lapse, shall we?
Okay, this is the left-hand cable. This red one goes in the bottom left, right, where this one's the white one, and then we got the plug, that was plugged into the outlet, and then this white thing's just dangling from nowhere. We've got
The camera?
hello. Hi.
Let's do that view from the
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Top of the morning to you.
Back to business. This is one of the biggest feature changes in her place. She's gonna have this as her, makeup zone. We can put bookshelves and plants and any decorative pieces up here. I just want to show off one of the things I'm most proud of, which is it fit like perfectly. I haven't nailed that in yet. Look at this. I did the measurements and it's just perfect to fit around this, which is such a relief. Over here is some kind of old school little shelf that has this fancy-wancy ironing board that comes out of the wall, which I've been told that they never, ever, ever use. So I've been granted permission to kind of block this part off. Woo, it's dusty! I think it'll be a great backdrop. So her DJ set's gonna be over here. And once we have all the plants and decorative pieces here and artwork, like imagine she's just wiki DJing here. She's got such a nice backdrop. Earlier we looked at the inspo board, now we're putting it in the space. Now I've come up with 3 different configurations that we can set the room into, and I'm gonna breeze past 2 of them because they're not what I would recommend. And then we'll dive deeper into the multifunctional, which is my recommended idea. So let's start with the last one, cozy zones. This is probably my least favorite one, but as a small little room and needed for a lot of uses, this is kind of a separation of utility. So over here, right in like the main zone will be where she has her permanent DJ nook set up. There's gonna be shelves going all the way up. She can have her vinyls there, her DJ setup will be there. The reason I don't like this as much is that she's facing into the wall. The window is kind of behind her and to her side, and then the flow of energy is kind of like to her back. And just in terms of feng shui, doesn't feel very grounding and calming. There would be a separate zone here for her makeup, journaling, and eating. And then over here will be just storage for her mugs, kitchen supplies. We are gonna be keeping their IKEA counter that has their kettle, because their kitchen is very small, so that overflow area needs to be here. Yeah, not a huge fan of the setup, just feels very disjointed and non-cohesive, but it is introducing a lot more storage, and you do have different areas that you can do different things in. The next option is the executive, where you kind of have this bureau control center, right? This bureau command center right front and center. So imagine this is the view when you walk into the room. It's like one of those things where they like sitting at the desk and they'll swivel around and be like, hello, welcome to my office. Not my favorite, again, because she's gonna have the window behind her. She will be facing the doorway, which is nice, but Lauren herself has told me she kind of likes to be able to like turn to see the view. Yeah, this one feels more cohesive. I like that she has this L shape, right? So she can have her DJ on one of this side, and the other side will be used for her makeup and journaling and eating. Ultimately, it feels great as an independent single user of the space, but it's not as good for sharing the space with other people. If she's hosting and has friends over, it doesn't allow other people to really sit with her. So let's go to the final layout, which is what I would recommend, but with some adaptations. I had to adapt this after talking to her. We are gonna have it kind of similar to what she has now, almost basically exactly the same. But what we're gonna have here is some floating shelves over to the left of the door, the ladder shelf over on this side of the wall, so you got vertical storage and vertical visual interest going up the wall, and a desk area for her to sit at. Now this middle zone, I have changed from what you're seeing here. This is gonna be rotated 90 degrees, so it's gonna look like what she currently has, but what I'm gonna do, and this is gonna be the pièce de résistance in this room, is a custom table. So stick with me, guys. I am gonna try to make her a double level table so that her DJ nook could be on the bottom, and then there's going to be a second surface on top, and it's gonna be riding on these lift top hinges. Imagine those lift top coffee tables. That's where I got this inspiration from. I used to have one of those that would use a pneumatic piston system, and you can lift it up. So if you're sitting on the couch, you have a desk that raises. That's basically what we want to build here. Her turntables and her mixer will be underneath, and then this top section will be where she can eat. You know, you can have 4 people sitting there still. So yeah, we're gonna DIY it. It might be a little bit hacky, but I can guarantee it is gonna give her way more usage in this space. Excuse my place, it is absolute chaos mode right now. There's so many things going on simultaneously. But I just wanted to show you what's been really useful about having the standing desk. I've been trying to suss out the best table to use for Lauren's DJ nook. The great thing about this desk being adjustable is I can move it up and down. So right now I'm looking at a table that's about 2 feet and 5 inches tall. And so I can set my desk at the right height. And then I'm sussing out a bench, and I want to see if it's tall enough. And it's about 16 inches high. But yeah, it's good for me to figure that out before I order. So this is a look at the bench. The stool is just slightly too low. I have some of these hairpin metal industrial style legs that might look really sexy with this bench, and I'll bring it up a couple inches. I think I'm just gonna have to order this. We're on a time crunch, and I'll make it work. So I ordered it expecting it to look like this nice textured faux leather brown with some orange. And what is this?
Yeah, it's like a bright orange.
And this is a deep brown, which is, it's still nice, but I would have really liked it to be akin to the photo because it was supposed to liven up the place a little bit, and this is just heavy. I hope the rug matches the photo, because I'm really looking forward to the rug. We are making a table today! We are making a table today! We are making a table today! The Office is on TV. It's gonna be a Frankenstein of a table. This coffee table that I got, we'll be using this top part as the top of the table. I'll be salvaging it by taking off these legs on the bottom. And then her existing table is going to be the base where the DJ set is gonna be resting on. We're also going to be putting up some plastic wrap to prevent any sawdust from getting into the kitchen. I am more sick than yesterday, but the show must go on. Just excuse me sounding super nasal right now. We're just going to put on some plastic wrap, and then I'm going to uninstall the legs on everything, and then we're going to get going. Okay, let's start. Okay, now I think we have sufficiently created a murder room. Help me. Help me. Let me help. Alright, this is the underbelly of the jock muck table. I actually prefer this tone to the tone on the top. So my plan is this is gonna be facing up now. And also it already has these vertical braces around, and this will just be used as additional support. I'm gonna be adding some 6-inch high braces to be able to fit the DJ set in there. Then we'll attach the lift top hardware to that. But first, I'm just gonna remove this front piece here. Great shape, beautiful curve, good wood tone, right? The issue is that once I lift the lift top, oh gosh, it's so heavy. It's really heavy. So as soon as I lift, these aren't mounted yet because I was testing it first. Do you see how cantilever that is? So much weight is over there. This whole table will tip. Yeah. So.
Wow, it's really low.
Oh, this is not.
Oh, okay, it would be higher.
Yeah, it'd have legs on it.
Okay. Yeah, looks good. You just need a lighter board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Hello, friends. I'm still mucho sick today, but things still need to be done. We are rolling. She's gonna be home in T-3 days. So there's no time for rest. We are now removing the edges here, and we're gonna try to see if this lift top is gonna be light enough compared to the last one that we got. The rug is also here, so I'm excited to unwrap that and see how it looks. It's gonna be the only big pop of color in this space, so we're all very excited. We're all very excited. Amazing. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Oh yeah, this is much lighter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the profile works way better with the existing tabletop. Do you think it's too heavy?
I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
Guess we'll find out.
No other choices at this point.
This is a special hack that I've learned from Tina Lee, another YouTuber that I really love to watch. So I really wanted to get some fluted look around the edges. There's a couple of ways of doing it. You can buy a bunch of trim and then nail it all around the circumference, or you can buy pole wrap, which a lot of people do, but it gets really expensive. So what I ended up doing was buy a bamboo mat, and you get the fluted look. But this whole thing cost me like $100+, whereas if I bought the fluting for the pole wrap, it'd be probably $200. It's not making noises anymore. I knew as soon as we check it would stop. For those of you who didn't capture, the sink was just going
It's all flooded. It's all flooded.
Don't scare me. Okay, here's the rug. Oh, I'm so excited to see the rug, but I need to clear out the space first.
It's dark gray.
No, it's not.
No?
It's colorful.
Oh.
This is the rug.
Oh!
Thomas, you thought I would buy a gray? You thought
Yeah.
this? buy this?
Yeah.
You thought I would design a space with this.
I trust you blindly.
This is what the rug looks like. It looks like this.
That looks honestly much better.
Right?
I was a little bit hesitant with this, but you have my full support no matter what you do.
Wow, that just goes to show. I can't believe you thought I would just buy a gray rug. Above the radiator, they have this shelf that actually is not attached to the wall at all. Oh, that's some flaky radiator. Oh my gosh, let me show you. Lovely. And because everything is just white walls, it doesn't pop out. It just kind of feels integrated, which is fine. But I did want it to be a little bit of more of a statement, and then we can put some plants on it. So I'm gonna wrap it with this butcher block wood textured peel and stick. It's really high quality. It's the same one I use for my countertops at home. I don't know why I'm this type of person, but now I'm paying the consequences. And so basically I was wrapping this thing and a spider came out. Like, look, that's his home. He was living in there. And I grabbed the vacuum as a reflex. I'm like, I'm gonna suck him up. But then I remember Charlotte's Web and I was like, we're gonna save this guy. So I came back and he escaped. Now I have no idea where he is. And I am definitely gonna smush him. I don't want to smush him. So nice seeing the room in daytime. Look at the fluting. This is that bamboo wrap that I got. I am gonna add some trim to the bottom. Excuse me, sorry, I'm eating a protein bar. It's hard to find time to eat proper food and meals when I'm working. This DIY flip-top table came out amazing. I can't wait to put her DJ set in here. Ta-da! I am missing a lot of tools in my arsenal, which would make a lot of this work easier. One of which is a brad nailer. I used my staple gun instead. And I also do not have a miter saw, so I had to use my circular saw to hack this bamboo mat and cut it. So the edge is not as clean as I would like, but I bought some oak trim, that's peel and stick, that I'm gonna line the bottom with. We did an amazing haul at home since yesterday. Lots of baskets. She's really into natural materials, so jute and hemp. And so all these woodsy ones are great. They're just slightly too big. This is cute though, oh my gosh. I love this. This is such a pretty candle. Do I have enough budget to spend $20 on a candle? I think so. This one's cool too. Not the bejeweled one, but this one. We got a bunch of these wonderful storage containers that I can use to organize her makeup supplies. And this giant plant. I love hanging pothos, and they're so easy to keep alive. This pot is also great because it's got its draining and a tray here that you can remove. I'm just gonna take this hanging hook down and we're gonna unwrap the vines, and it's gonna drape over the side of this shelf here. It's gonna be beautiful. It's down to the final countdown. I'm a little stressed. This guy is so healthy. Oh, so lush, so green. If you guys are in the market for home plants, do not sleep on Home Depot. They got great prices. They got great stock. I bought a beautiful, beautiful rattan chair that fits her style so nicely from Facebook Marketplace. That was such a productive trip. Yes. It's such a nice chair. And we got it for, I mean, $140 is a lot for a chair, but the retail price on this is over $300. And it's beautiful. It's exactly Lauren's style. I mean, look at it. It's the perfect wood tone. Great quality still. So these are the two shelves we are going to be hanging on the wall over there. They're going to be floating shelves using these pretty heavy duty brackets. So it's just going to rest on two of these each. I might be an absolute dum-dum if this is common knowledge for everybody, but I didn't realize that when you buy a 3/4 by 8 by 8 piece of pine, the second 8 isn't actually quite 8 inches. Is this too tight?
I don't know, that's what I said.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, now I gotta make sure this can close without squishing this top here. Oh my god.
Dude, something about these pine boards. I measured, it's not 8 inches. Why do they specify their boards so wrong? I kind of overreacted there, didn't I?
Is this just a bad batch of cut wood? Or is that just industry standard? I feel really dumb. This is the kind of stuff that you learn as you go. It's not even 7.5. It's 7.25. And I had ordered 3/4 by 8 by 8. Why does it not say 3/4 by 7.25 by 8? I'm confused. We are on our way to pick up something really exciting. It's a Facebook Marketplace golden find. The lift top desk that I made becomes pretty much like a standard counter height. So for seating, I'm getting these counter stools for her. And originally I had found this beautiful set on Facebook Marketplace. I spent like hours perusing to see if there was one that was like the right height and looked good, and I found this set that was so good, but the seller was not replying, so I had to make a plan B, and I found these Laval chairs on Structube, which were nice and they fit within budget. But when possible, I always love being able to get high quality goods that are secondhand. A lot more bang for your buck, and it's just better for the environment. So finally this morning he replied and said it was available, and so I skedaddled my little booty to pick it up, and we've got it in the car! Honestly, I love these chairs so much. I wish I could keep it for my own kitchen and replace my raggedy white counter stools. They're so sexy! Whew. There's no elevator in this apartment. This is the part of makeovers that they don't talk to you about, which is the struggle of getting all the furniture into the room. So, the chair is here. We're running into an issue though. I measured it almost exactly to fit underneath this table, but this extra bit is just in the way of the legs and it's not making the chair slide under there really easily. So I might need to figure out a way to take out that structural support and structurally support the legs a different way. I don't want it to be uncomfortable. Alright guys, what do we got here? Welcome to the underbelly of the lift top desk. I have been able to remove that extra plank of wood that was getting in the way of getting your legs underneath this table. So to reinforce the desk legs, I have added some of these angle brackets in 2 locations and then screwed in from the side. You want to restrain it in all degrees of motion, otherwise it'll get wobbly. So hopefully that'll do the trick. And now, if you can see, there's space for those chairs to go slip under the desk. Ugh. That took a lot out of me. I am hungry, but I'm gonna do one more thing before I start eating some food. I'm gonna cut this bamboo pole wrap, and what we're gonna do on this side of the wall is actually command strip a little bottom layer, and then I'm gonna put a little ledge there, a little shelf to have a plant or something. It's gonna be cute! It's gonna be cute! We just needed a styling moment on this wall because it was just pretty bare and there was only a clock there before. So, let's go. Okay, we are making good progress. I just added the second stain on the floating shelves. We're gonna be waiting for them to dry and then we'll add a polyurethane cover. Oh yeah, yesterday I forgot to mention, we attached some LED strips, so check this out. Oh yeah, nice. She can change the color and change the intensity. Also, we hung this piece of artwork up yesterday. It has a light that you can tap on. I just heated up some leftovers. I always forget to take a moment and eat. Usually I'm just like eating a granola bar in the middle of working, but I need to take a break. I should eat some dinner. It makes the process so much more laborious when you are hungry and tired at the same time. So one thing I want to get better at is some TLC, human tender loving care, because otherwise I will run out of steam. This will not be a sustainable endeavor for me to do makeovers for friends. So we are keeping this enjoyable, because if mama's not having a good time, nobody having a good time. Okay, let's eat. On the menu today, we have some leftover stir-fry noodles. I'm gonna save a little bit for Thomas because he's gonna come keep me company in a little bit. All right, time to eat. Okay, time to eat. It's final day. It's the last day. This is when we've got everything coming together, which is when we get the most drastic changes because the shelves start becoming more fleshed out. Now, on the agenda today, we got a list of to-dos to get the space across the finish line. First and foremost, I am going to be mounting a curtain rod across the top here, and I got these lovely linen curtains that are going to be framing this window. I will say I love living in condos because I love being really high up, and the view of the skyline from above the buildings is usually my favorite. But being close to the ground level means you get all this greenery and trees and grass. So I really want to feature that and give it its due moment by putting drapes up. A simple act of just adding curtains on either side, whether you use it or not to block out the sunlight, is an automatic stylish moment. It just makes it feel like you've intentionally done something with the space. The stain on the ledge and the floating shelves have dried, so I'm going to be officially mounting those to the brackets. We're going to be laying down a grippy pad and then putting the rug down finally once all the drilling and the sawdust stuff is finished. This is the one part where I wish I had someone to do this with me, because yesterday when I was moving the carpet out from under this desk, I was using my head to lift the table. And this thing is heavy. It's like 2 tables in one just because it's got 2 layers. I'm pretty sure that's why I can't turn my neck today. We also bought this trim that's in this oak color, and it's gonna run around the bottom edge of the fluting over here to conceal a little bit of the staples that I used to attach it together and the bad cutting job that I made. Color is gonna be a nice match to the existing wood over there. How cute is this lampshade in this space? Huh? How cute is that? This lampshade, don't know if any of y'all noticed or recognize, was from my studio apartment actually. I kidnapped it from my own home and brought it here because I thought it was a perfect stylistic fit, and also the ones that I had my eye on online wouldn't ship in time. This project was kind of like a last minute, we gotta get it done while they're away kind of deal. So the timeline was tight, and a lot of things I wanted to order are not arriving on time. The original lampshade has probably been here since the original days, and I don't know what the original color was supposed to be. Probably black, but this is now dust colored. If anyone's watched The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, I imagine there's like a whole civilization of Who's living in this snowy dust landscape. Okay, I'm just gonna knock one thing out at a time, and we'll see what needs to be done as we go. It's kind of how a B-type works. Reveal is early morning tomorrow, and I'm so excited for them to see the place. I hope they love it. Honestly, I love it. This is actually kind of my style, so if they don't want to live here, I'll keep this room. All right, guys, the curtains are up and it is exactly what I was looking for. There's something about slightly sheer linen curtains that have this magical fairy tale feeling to them. The way the light just basks through, and I don't know if it's catching it on camera, but the rays are just being filtered through so softly. Turned out really well. This rail was the exact perfect width for this window, and it actually doesn't have too much lip. Sometimes with those extendable rods, you'll end up getting caught, like the rings will get stuck and then you'll get this like stutter steppy movement when you're trying to close it. But this one slides so great. Beautiful. Guys, this might be my favorite part of this room. Oh my gosh. Now just imagine once the lift top desk is here, you can sit on this chair and she can be like journaling and she'll have the window right next to her and she'll be like, hello, parking agent. Kind of love this space so much that I don't want to leave it. This is part of the emotional journey of making over spaces for other people. I pour a lot of myself into these spaces, kind of like method acting. Imagine I was in their shoes and adopt their style and their life and try to become them for the 1 month I'm focused on this project, from the design stages to the installation. And I think about just living their lifestyle, from everything to how they would interact with a space, what their daily routines might look like. And it's like I was Lauren for this week, and I just pictured all the things I would want if I was a cool dope-ass DJ who got dolled up in this space and liked to journal here and wish she had a space to eat here and didn't have enough room in the kitchen to like do all her cooking, bearing all those needs in mind. And now it's become a place that like I want to live here. In this room specifically. Yeah, I'm just basking in the changes that have come together over this past week. It was a very cramped install week, but things came together. Okay, I'm not even done. I'm rambling already. It's still a disaster zone, so I should keep a move on. Thanks for keeping me company, you guys. It's kind of lonely here, so some days if I'm not filming, I just spend the whole day not talking at all. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if that keeps going, I will become completely unsociable. I'm very antisocial during these projects. I'm like, nobody talk to me. I can't hang out. I'm sorry. My bandwidth is overtaken by these projects, and I become a very bad friend. And apologies to all my friends that I've neglected these past weeks. As soon as this project is over, I will have some downtime, and it'll be a time for me to be able to edit my friggin' videos so that I can get these up on YouTube. I'm sorry for the wait. Okay, enough rambling. Back to work. about 2:30 a.m. on the last install day. Oh my god. I'm doing great. I'm obviously doing great. I'm functional. My brain is here. It's all good. They are arriving literally 4 hours from now. They're gonna be here 4 hours from now. I am doing the final placements of things. Spent the last little while just organizing the cart items that were in these IKEA rolling carts. It was filled with all kinds of miscellaneous makeups and office supplies. So originally I wanted to like organize everything properly, but then I realized she's likely gonna have to reorganize based on how she uses her makeup. So I just grouped things into categories. I got these shelves mounted, which is gonna just hold some mugs. Nothing too crazy, Lauren and Cody, just some mugs. And then this area will just have the carts available. She did say she liked these carts, and I like them too. They just kind of roll around the room with you, so they can follow you around. This DJ nook is being set up as we speak. The hole is great for running all the wires down, and I'm gonna run it to the power bar. I have a couple of lights set up that I want to connect to this wireless remote control, because instead of them having to run around and hit off all the switches, I'm gonna have a lot of them connected to this one plug. And then this toggle switch is just gonna be mounted to this wall over here, right by their existing switch. It's wirelessly gonna be able to turn off these lights. Super smart. The shipment that I said I was banking on coming in today came today, and so I was able to get them their proper magnet holder for the artwork. This is in a much better wood tone for everything that I've got going on in this room. And this is the new piece of artwork. I left the old one behind there in case they prefer more color, so they can swapsies. I put a little art print on there. It's up to them how they want to put some stuff on those shelves. I didn't want to clutter it too much just to style things. I'm just going to set the foundation, and then they can choose what they want to do with the space. Just nothing too heavy, these walls. These walls are unpredictable. We got their little tea station over here. Currently, it's being occupied by a speaker. I'm going to finish doing the rest of this DJ setup, and then I'll do a final walkthrough tour. My God, we finally made it. It's 4 in the morning. I can't sleep. So I'm just watching The Office. I'm waiting for them to arrive. I think I've got too much jitters. It's always exciting showing someone a room. There's a lot of nervous energy. Cool. Alright guys, that's a wrap on DJ Nook Dining Nook makeover for Lauren and Cody. I hope this gives you a little bit of inspiration on how to turn a really small nook into multifunctional use and make the most of your tiny spaces even when you're renting. And thanks y'all for sticking with me. I know my video output is very low. I need to find an editor. It's hard to juggle everything together at once. So if you guys know anyone who can edit in my chaotic style, DM me, send them my way. I hope you enjoyed watching this process as much as I enjoyed doing it. It's always a labor of love. Thanks for being here. I love you all. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. I'm going to bed. Sleeping on the couch. It's going to be fun. I might just fall asleep to The Office playing in the background. Okay, good night.
Subscribe to Mr. Light Mode. Subscribe to Mr. Lightmo
Hey!
YouTube channel.
You didn't pay.
Resurrecting the old YouTube channel.
Wait, you need the mic. You need the mic.
I thought you were trying to stop me. I was trying to get away from you.
If you're gonna be stealing my limelight, you better do it right. Here you go.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm retired. I'm done. I'm out of the scene. I'm a nobody. I'm a has-been. You wanna subscribe to Nancy here? She's on the up and up. I'm on the down and down.